Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a beautiful Monday morning. Well, afternoon just. It feels like morning, it's so fresh and beautiful out there. I hope you've got a nice cuppa and you're going to join me. And that, of course, you can hear me on here and everything. You know, sometimes this little device here decides to play up. Oh, I'm really showing like myself to be this close. So let me know if the camera does it again and I'll back it off because that could be quite funny, you know. But anyway, I hope you've had a good week, everybody. And one person's watching already. So say hi and I'll send you a nice hug. It's really lovely out there. The birds are singing, the sky is blue. Oh, good afternoon to you too, Julie. It just feels like morning to me. That I get up later than most people. So yeah, I hope you're okay, and I hope you've had a good week, Julie. A lot of people, well, they've been focused on things they don't want, and that is what I'm going to be talking about today. It's so easy for us to do that. You know, we've got a problem, we've got an issue, we've got things, the world affairs, we've got anything at all, family stuff, friend stuff, job things, and all of those things can really take it out of your energy and make you feel unwell or deplete some of those lovely energies I talk about all the time in your chakra areas. So I need to remind people not to focus on what they don't want, okay? Now, some of you on here will actually know what I'm talking about because I've always promoted this thinking, and I know about the law of attraction, of course, and I use it a lot. Quite a lot of the clients that come to see me, as I say, they're trying to focus, or we all do it, we try to focus on things we need to sort. And that's the way we're sort of taught. So we're thinking, well, I must get that sorted, I must get that sorted. And what it does, it causes pressure, and it causes us to feel, I must get that done and it's not happening for me, or we focus on what we don't want. So say we had car problems, or we had a health issue, or we had something about our lives that we don't want. We tend to focus on it so we can feel in control of it. And when we feel in control of it, we can sort it. So that sounds good in theory, but it's not so good when it has an effect on yourself. And by the law of attraction, and this is what it's all about today. This is called energy focus. I've got it written down here. And what I'm talking about with this is that when we focus on something we don't want, we're attracting that particular thing more into our lives because we're focused on it. Anyone that's ever watched The Secret or anything else that's been out on YouTube or books on the law of attraction, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's thoughts become things, because what we're thinking about, we're putting energy towards that and we're attracting more of it. So I'll give you a funny example of this. It's not on my board, but years ago, I thought I'm going to focus on, I hope I don't put weight on, right? I'm not going to put weight on. I'm not going to put weight on. And do you know what? Because I did it deliberately, to see what would happen. My subconscious was listening, and by the law of attraction as well, between those two, I ended up piling it on because I was focused on what I didn't want to do. So 1.5 stone heavier, I remember thinking, perhaps I'll change that now. So then I just imagined the thing I wanted to feel, which was lighter, okay? So what I tend to do is say to people, if I told you not to think of a blue pig, do not think of a blue pig. Whatever you're doing, do not think of a blue pig. You're now thinking of a blue pig because I told you not to. That's what you're thinking about. What does Julie say? Backache. Yes, exactly. Well, she's had backache, bless her. So if you think, I don't want to, the phone's going, this is funny. I don't want the phone going. If you're thinking, I don't want something, you actually focus more of that energy onto it. So what you've got to do, hold on a sec, I'm going to shut this door so you don't hear my phone in the background. So, okay, so don't focus on the blue pig, focus on the pink pig. So when I said to you, don't focus on don't you dare think of that blue pig, most people on here would have done. So what you're going to do is think, okay, now I'm focusing on what I want, not what I don't want. Okay, so it's just, I don't know why I chose blue pigs and pink pigs, no idea, but it's something I did a few years ago, and people remember it because they think, oh, that thought about I don't want this or don't want that, that's a blue pig. I must change my focus from here to here. And once you change it to another place, this is more where you're going to be directing your energy, and it will help you. Hi, Deborah. Oh, good morning, Kelly. Happy Monday to you, darlings. So, as you just come on here, we're talking about where we put our energy. And some of you that know me and been to see me or have online sessions, they know about the blue pig, pink thing. You can't say that too quick, can you? So don't focus on the blue pig. Focus on the pink pig. What do you want to happen? So I've got another few stories to go with this that are quite amusing. I find that when we tell ourselves a story, we remember it better. And this is a true story, actually, about a friend of mine who took his mother out for dinner, okay, and got all the family round, this is locally, to go to a very famous restaurant, okay. Got all his family into a minibus and they're going to this lovely place when his mother said, I hate going out for meals. I always get the rubbish meal. Now, what she's focused on is the blue pig, right? She's focused on what she's always had and what she's always experienced. So so I always get the rubbish meal. Well, my friend said to her, but that's because you order it. You're expecting it. No, I don't, she said. Anyway, they get to the place, they have a lovely meal, and they've all decided to have the special, which happened to be fish. So now they're all round the table having a lovely meal when suddenly up pops a voice. See, I told you I get the rubbish meal. I got fish bones. Wow, said my friend. Imagine that. You're the only person on the whole table with fish bones. Imagine if you'd have focused on something you wanted, not what you didn't want. And that's a good story. So I made up a little slogan to go with it. Don't focus on the fishbone, focus on the wishbone. What do you want to happen? That's a really good one to remember. That's nice, Deborah. Thank you for sending me hugs and rainbows. So going back to our little slogan there, don't focus on the fishbone, focus on the wishbone. Don't focus on the blue pig, focus on the pink pig. Because lots of things happen when you change your focus, okay? There's another little sentence I give out to people, a little affirmation. Focus and feel what you want to be real. So if you can write these down, I focus and feel what I want to be real, then you're kind of telling your subconscious this is your intention. And it's going to be a very strong intention. And it's something you can have, you can override the past programs you've always been running with all these years when you've been thinking, well, that's always been a problem and I'm stuck with this and that's never going to change. You help to change on the inside first. You're changing your subconscious direction of energy. And by the law of attraction, you're more likely to get more wishbones than fishbones. And so focus and feel what you want to be real. This is a lovely thing to write down. And you can put it somewhere just to remind you to every time you sort of think, oh, that's going to happen, or this is wrong, or the car's still not working, or this person's still ill, or I'm still this or that. You can then say, no, I'm going to lie to myself. I'm going to intend the opposite of that. And miracles happen that way. I mean, I'm not promising it's going to happen, but it can happen. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have the choice. When you focus on something you want, not what you don't want, you form new synapses in your brain. You kind of take that like a junction box. You're taking the track from here to here on a train track. And now you're not going to think of the blue pig. No, I've been doing that for too long. That invites worry into your body and stress, and that's not good for you. So I'm going to take that thought and I'm going to change the junction box to this side. And I'm just going to imagine the opposite. And when you do that, as I say, you give that opportunity for that to happen, especially if you can think of it for more than 17 seconds. It locks into yourself, your cell energy, and it looks into the universe. Voila. So it helps on lots of levels. So if you could just think of anything that you really feel as a blue pig, you know, what are you focused on? Where's your fishbone? That's the story. You know, what's happening to your general life? We tend to accept our fishbones. We think, oh, we're expecting that because that's always been the way, or that person's always treated me this way, or this situation's always been this or that. So this situation I'm talking about with my children, for instance, like with their health. Oh, hi, Vanda. Oh, it's nice to see you, darling. I'm just looking at my board here. I wrote something quite serious on it, actually. I'm being light-hearted about the law of attraction. I'm being light-hearted about things that aren't really measuring very much. I mean, like with my weight, it was only a small thing. Some people are suffering major stuff, major feelings. But I remember when my children, both my adult children, a couple of years ago, were very, very, very ill. And I could have been worried, but I wasn't going to focus on the blue pig, okay? They were very sick and life-threatening conditions, to be honest. And I thought, no, I'm not going to focus on what's happening here. I'm going to focus on the pink pig or the wishbone. I'm going to imagine that both of them are completely well again and no more worries. And it's difficult to do when you're caught in a reaction to something. You know, you get told something's really serious or carries a lot of weight. It can drag your emotional balloon down. But what we don't realise is that when we're feeling those lower vibration worry feelings, we're attracting it everywhere around us. So you'll hear more stories of this and this. You'll see it on the telly more. By the law of attraction, it will be in your consciousness. So we have to be a little bit selective here. I'm not having this. I'm going to have the pink pig. I'm going to have the wishbone. You know, that's funny coming from a vegan now, actually, but I made it up a long time ago because it was apt for the story. But you get the general impression, don't you? It's a very important thing to shift that thinking from here to here. You'll form a new track in new pathways, synapses, and then generally you won't be thinking in the old way anymore because this becomes a habit, not this. We kind of reprogram. The more we do this, then we find you don't worry as much. And when you're not doing that, your body's energies work better. This is what happens when you have worry. This one here shuts down. And this is your main battery that charges up through and fixes you. Well, it's not very good for you if you had that one low because, as I say, you can't really function very well. More likely to have pain or inflammation in your body when that one's low. So changing the way you think about something, catching yourself. Is that a pink pig or a blue pig? Oh no, that's a heavy subject. No, I'm feeling bad with that one. You've got to then change it to what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? Because people are adamant about what they don't want. Hi Julie, good afternoon to you, my darling. So I think, what have I said on my board here? It's just basically about being a little bit disciplined, really. You can find lots of ways to support yourself when you're changing the track, if you like. I've got one of my Nan talks is moving mantras. That's quite a good one. And that's in the blue section. If you go to my website, it's in the blue section here. So, and that is www.nancyfinch.co.uk. So if you go there, press on the blue, you'll find moving mantras and the power of the song. Now those two I'm going to suggest today because that'll help give you the energy to carry on with what I'm suggesting. Hi Jane, nice to see you, darling. Big hug to you. So the moving mantras, for instance, you could do a sound, either clapping, movement, or anything. It has to be a rhythm thing, see? And you could have, I focus and feel what I want to be real. And you could do it when you're walking. You could do it when you're riding. I don't care. It's a movement with that intention. So I focus and feel what I want to be real. And it's becoming something that you reprogram your brain with. So then you think, what do I want? Well, I know what I don't want. Most people know what they don't want, but they don't really know what they want sometimes. They're so used to having what they don't want. So have a think about it. What do you want? And you can measure that by what you don't want. So I don't want this, and I don't want to have no money. I don't want to have no job. I don't want. Whatever it is you don't want, that's a blue pig. And you're focusing energy on it. And believe it or not, it traps us in that energy. It traps us the more we do it. And I'm an expert at this. I've done it for years and years, where I was always worried about everything. I was always stressed and never felt in control. So by changing the way you look at things, you attract different things into your life. And if people ever want to put this into more personal situations for themselves, then you're very welcome to contact me. You can always email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And I love to do private readings on here, and I can really help you to understand the law of attraction over particular things that are very personal to you. Because I'm just being very general today, but you know, it's something you can get the idea of. Hi Elaine, nice to see you. Hope you're having a lovely day and a nice cuppa with me. I have lots of cups of tea in the morning, to be honest. But there we go. So it's focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. And people sometimes, if they don't believe in this, they're quite happy just to go along with an idea of a daydream. So if you don't want to focus on everything I'm talking about and what don't I want, that feels like hard work, then just daydream like you did when you were a child. Look up to the sky if you like and think, where am I going to be in 5 years? Or what this situation or that situation is now resolved. That feeling of satisfaction. Hi Faye, lovely to see you, darling. I hope you're having a good day so far. Sun is shining and it's a Monday, my favourite day. So yeah, so when go back to the moving mantras, if you want to do that, you'd be surprised how quickly that's going to change how you feel. It opens the blue chakra. It helps you to feel young and happy. It's just what happens when this one opens. You just feel more expressive and joyful, really. So when you're doing the moving mantras, you're going to be helping your body, your lymph. You're going to be helping your inner child just by doing that. Another one I think is really good is the power of the song. That's another Nan talk I'd like you to think about. And I particularly have put Bob Marley on there because don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right. I love that song. It's great. I would have sang it for you, but, you know, I get a bit carried away. So, so if you want to listen to that, I mean, it could be any song that makes you feel positive. And that could give you the emotional energy for your balloon that I talk about a lot. Excuse me. So we've got to keep our balloon here, not here. And anything around us, too many challenges, too many things that are building up in our lives that we feel we have to do or are subject to, you know, I'm stuck with this, I'm stuck with that. That's always happened. Well, that's where you need to change your shift, your focus. We have to change our energy to what we want, not what we don't want. It's so easy to get caught up in what we don't want. But the trick is to change it as soon as you can, because that old pathway is not serving you. And it's only attracting more of it. I know I've done it for years. That's why I'm so adamant that you don't. So yeah, actually, I've got something written on my board here. If you go to my website and you look up media, there's only one little section on media, and you can listen to an interview I've done for the Law of Attraction. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys. My inner child loves them. Cuddles, lovely. So yeah, go to the Law of Attraction. It's called Food for Thought. Lovely lady interviewed me a few years ago, and I sort of talk about it there and how the Law of Attraction can work for you. And I'm going to be doing a talk, a Nan talk that supports this beautifully with an exercise, but as it's quite a long talk, I think I'll leave that over there for a bit and do it later. But go to the media thing, get a taste of what I'm talking about. You know, you don't have to think in the same way just because you've done it for years. You don't have to be stuck with that thinking. You can change it whenever you want. Thank you for the hearts again. God, I've got loads of hearts today. 7 people are sending me loads of hearts. Thank you very much. So remember, the blue pig, the pink pig, which one are you going to focus on? I don't want this, I don't want that. You're adamant about it. All the energy is going to what you don't want. I'm going to focus on the pink pig. So that's your choice, and you can do it. Have a go, play with it. Some people are frightened to think of changing their lives in case it doesn't work or it doesn't last for long or that they're going to fail. But what have you got to lose? You know, really, just play with it. And the more you play with it, the more you'll trust it, and the more you'll be more in control of your thoughts and what you attract. You know, it's interesting. Look in your life at what you're attracting. Are you attracting problems here, trouble there? You know, I did it with my car recently, actually. I kept thinking, oh, my car's not working. And I thought, oh, maybe it's time for a new car. And the more I took my focus away from the problem, because every time I went out in it, it was quite dangerous. So every time I went out in it, I thought, oh, and originally everyone would do this, I hope it doesn't go wrong. Well, of course you're going to think that. But as soon as I shifted my attention to the pink pig, oh, it's so great. I can imagine the car I'm driving is safe and great. Well, that's exactly what happened. And cut a long story short, it's all sorted. And I now have this car that is safe because I didn't want to focus on the problem. I focused on the solution. And that's what I want you to do. Focus on the solutions to all of your challenges, whatever they are. And of course, you're very welcome, as I say, to email me, nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk, if you want to talk to me about perhaps a personal reading for you, where I can help you to focus that attention much better in things you want rather than what you don't want. We've got some lovely exercises, practical exercises that can help you with that. So yeah, I'll just recap on here. If you write it down, enjoy it, put it on the wall or something, or the fridge door. Focus the fishbone story. Remember, don't focus on the fishbone. Focus on the wishbone. What do you want to happen? Well, what do I want to happen? that's a discipline. I'm not having that, I'm having this. And it's happened to me loads and loads of times, even with a friend actually who I was having a meal with, and we had fish. Both of us had the same looking fish, and this was a few years back. And of course he got the fish bones and I didn't get any, because I wasn't expecting, literally wasn't expecting any. So it's even happened to me where I've been the one that's been lucky. Well, it's because my focus is what I want, not what I don't want. So we've got that, write that down, and also focus and feel what you want to be real. So let's take your attention from this to this. Goes beautifully with the blue and the pink pig. So there we go. I think I've rambled on through this actually today, but it's not a bad thing to look at what you are feeling and why you're feeling it, and to realize that those feelings have energy. Those thoughts have energy. You know, as I say, there's lots of law of attraction books and videos and everything you can look up, or you can talk to me about it. But it is something very powerful. And people think that it's just, oh, they're so unlucky, or this always happens to me, or this always happens to me, or I'm so unlucky with this or that. It's what we're focused on. So focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Focus on the sun, not the rain. Focus on the things that you would like to bring into your life by the law of attraction. Okay? And I think that's more or less me done for today. I hope everyone is okay, and thank you very much for those lovely hearts. I love that. Monday morning is really great. It's a good start to the week. And that's another thing. If you could do this today, you're going to have a feeling of higher vibration balloon. You're going to be in a higher place, but you're going to attract more for the whole week. So if you keep that going, and you get more disciplined at changing your thoughts from here to here, take them off of the blue pig. You know, play a game with yourself, thinking, what am I thinking today? What am I attracting more of? As soon as you get a handle on it. Oh, thank you, Julie. That's so nice. As soon as you get a little handle on it and you realise this is working for me, you're naturally going to have that roll on throughout the week, and then you're going to become a much more positive person, and everything works in your body better when you are positive. When you're happier, everything works better. So do this for physical, emotional reasons. Do it because the law of attraction is trapping you. If we're going to have a negative thought, we're trapped in that negative thought, and we have a choice and we can get out of it. You're not being punished. It's just like a wall. You throw a ball against the wall, comes back to you. Those thoughts are the same. So be careful what you're thinking. If you're thinking too many negative thoughts, stop yourself and reform. Change the junction box. And have fun with that, and let me know how you get on. So, happy Monday, everybody. Oh, thank you, John. That's lovely. It's what we attract. It's really nice. I'm thinking lots of positive things. Most of the time, I've had to discipline myself, because most people that know me know I haven't always been that way. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, I plan to put on later, please like, subscribe and share. Look at the Nan Talks, Moving Mantras and the Power of the Song in the blue section. Fishbone, little quote there. Don't focus on the fishbone, focus on the wishbone, what you want to happen. And also focus and feel what you want to be real. Yes. So have fun with that, and then have a listen maybe to the media thing again, the law of attraction I did, food for thought. And feed yourself some inspiration from all of that. Lovely, because you deserve it. Right, I think I better go now, because I could be here all day talking to you. But I shall see you next week at 12 o'clock for Tea with Nan. And if any of you want a private reading, as I say, to contact me about how you can use the law of attraction in more detail on a personal level, then contact me and we'll sort that out. That's lovely. Okay, in the meantime, have fun with just the generalised ideas that I've given you today. Oh, lots of love to you all, and namaste, and I shall see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.